In news from Jamaica, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is confident about the country's growth agenda. She notes that the government has managed to divest several of its non-performing assets to local and international investors. Mrs. Simpson Miller says the investments will result in more opportunities for Jamaicans. More in this report from Leslie Ann Sherwood.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller's 2015-2016 budget presentation wasn't packed with many goodies to help ease the austerity measures Jamaicans are facing. She also stayed clear of commenting on the $10.4 billion revenue measures imposed by the Finance Minister, Dr. Peter Phillips. Those taxes include a reimposition of GCT on electricity for residential customers who use over 350 kilowatts per hour and a $7 tax on petrol. But during her contribution to the debate, Mrs. Simpson Miller insisted that the government is going for growth and job creation. She noted that several underperforming government assets have either been divested or leased. The Urban Development Corporation, UDC, has been leading the divestment process. So far, the UDC has divested 6 properties, among them the deplorable 11-story Forum Hotel and cottages in Portmore, St. Catherine, that have been languishing for decades without definitive attention. The Prime Minister says the UDC managed to sell the property for $350 million to a Jamaica private sector group, Portmore Marina Development Limited, who has plans to transform the site into a modern residential and commercial waterfront development.
When completed, the project will boast panoramic harbor and city views for 75 2- and 3-bedroom single-family bayfront villas and a 120 bayfront apartments. The development will also showcase a bayfront club and marina, which will offer a full suite of dining, recreational, and entertainment facilities and amenities to Portmore and other communities. During the construction phases, approximately 350 jobs will be created. Within 18 months, the overall project will result in investments of approximately $2.2 billion.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister disclosed that plans are also on in earnest to revive the commercial city of downtown Kingston. There are efforts to transform downtown into a vibrant commercial city. That plan has seen a few corporate companies setting their headquarters in downtown. But Mrs. Simpson Miller says there is a greater push to have more entities exploring the underutilized downtown business sector. She says the Victoria Pier on the waterfront will be leased to a local developer who will develop a first-class restaurant and lounge. A festival marketplace is also on the cards.
This project is being implemented by the UDC and will involve the construction of a food bazaar on the Kingston waterfront and the development of restaurants, sidewalk kiosks, and entertainment facilities along the Craft Market waterfront area. Beautification work have already commenced along Ocean Boulevard from the corner of Princess Street to Orange Street. The festival marketplace will extend all the way to the corner of Church Street and will cost a total of $100 million when completed in May 2016. You see, Mr. Speaker, while transforming lives, we want to transform communities. We are transforming downtown Kingston.
Meanwhile, the UDC also sold Lot 21 in downtown Kingston to Grace Kennedy Limited for $75 million.
20 million US dollars, that is over 2 billion Jamaican dollars, right, Minister, will be invested to create a mixed-use commercial center with over 70,000 square feet of premium office and retail space supported by a multi-story parking facility. The construction phase of this project is expected to employ over 200 persons.
A further $293 million will be invested to carry out upgrading works at the Duns River attraction, while another $220 million will be spent on Ocho Rios' Fisherman's Beach. Mrs. Simpson-Miller was speaking in Parliament recently as she made her contribution to the 2015-2016 budget debate. I'm Leslie Sherwood for CEEN Caribbean News.